What is up, good people? It is IG Pawn. I'm back with the Blitz guide for Marvel Strike Force. And I want to jump over here and kind of show you. We're moving down this list really well. I'm going to try to get off the Blitz, Raid, Arena, and Dark Dimension guide with my tips and advice. There ain't really a ton of tips for certain game modes, but there are a few that could really help your account as well. So definitely subscribe to stay up to date on those when they go live here today, hopefully. We are going to talk about Blitz, and I have a few tips for it and a way to set up your saves roster, as well as things you can do to maximize your potential in some of these events that require you to blitz. Currently, we have one of these going on, actually, Agents of Asgard, and it's all about blitzing, and it's winning a sim blitz. So it don't matter about your points as much as it does about making sure you win those blitzes, right? And I got a tip or advice on what I would do and what a lot of people out there do to maximize their wins, right? All right, so let's go ahead and actually go into Blitz. You start off with Blitz being unlocked, I do believe. It might be level 10 or 15, but your first day you're going to have Blitz. And you ain't going to have very many teams in the beginning on a free-to-play account, or a brand new account, I mean, rather. And as you progress and level up, when you hit level 60, you get this Blitz sim function. So you can actually just sim through them. If this is unclicked, you actually have to go in and do the fight, or hit auto in the top corner and watch it. It takes a lot of time. It's kind of rough till you hit level 60 and get that Blitz sim. There are two perspectives about Blitz. One is it sucks because you have to come in here and click it. The other perspective, and the one that I like to use, is this is free rewards for coming in here and clicking a button several times a day. It's not that hard to do. It's a ton of great rewards and resources, tons of gold, other goodies, great stuff. Look at it in a positive light, right? It does get old after a while, but that's with anything, right? It's repetition. It just you get burnt out. Now, I will say with the dailies, after a while, you get this streak going up here at the top. Boop. And it's your dailies. So, auto dailies at level 64 actually completes your Blitz one, I'm pretty sure here. You just go in and click it, and it automatically completes it. Where you used to have to do 2 or 15 blitzes a day for each of those achievements here, daily achievements. You'll just auto claim them after you're level 64, and as long as you log in every day. So really, the only reason to go into Blitz is to rack up them points or get them wins for the milestone rewards. And after you get the milestone rewards, I usually don't go much further. I'll Blitz every day a little bit, but only if there's an event going on, right? It's really hard to get in the top of Blitz since we're all in one giant shard. Now, my first thing I want to talk about here is my save teams for Blitz and how I have them set up. So here's my Blitz save squads. I can only have 15. I think once you hit level 70, you can get like 40 or 50 of them, and it becomes a lot easier. But currently, I can only save 15, so I use my best characters, and I put my strongest team at the top. This team's actually better than this team, probably, but we're going to switch them. And I just have them from strongest to weakest, and I kind of synced up the team. So you can see Cersei, Icarus, with 3 homeless characters. Weaver 2099 with some web warriors. I got 4 of the new warriors here with Silver Surfer. He's a great plug and play. Now I do have the Brotherhood with Zemo, Gamora, Nebula. If you have Fire Lavelle, the Infinity Watch, it's the start of it with a bunch of other homeless characters. And what I mean by homeless is I don't have their full team yet, so I can kind of put them wherever they need to go. And they're kind of plug and play on these 3, really. Again, I just started meshing teams together here. We do have the Sin 6, and they're not great. They lose a lot. Wakandans, this section needs to be moved up. They've increased in power. And these are save squads from, it could be a couple weeks now. But as I invest into them or start them up, they get stronger. You know what I mean? So again, mix and match. I do have Guardians down here, and they usually lose as well. Mix and match. You can see that I've started building Thor Infinity War, and I haven't built other Asgardians. And this kind of just all the way down to the weakest, right? My 15 teams. And the reason I do this is when I'm fighting, I start my day off. Say we're at tier 0, and we're going towards tier 1. I start right here, and I fight through them. And it'll slowly tier this up towards tier 5, where you're getting the maximum multiplier when you get to your good teams. Now, after I've done that, and I come back in for another rotation later, I start with my strongest teams, and I fight. And I work my way down until I start losing, and then I stop. And that's how I maximize my points. You don't want to use these small teams down here that could lose just to get, like, let's find an opponent. See how it's 2,000 points? It's not worth even doing the fight if there's even a chance of losing, right? Where I can stop, like, right here where I'm getting 14,000. So that's like, essentially that's like 6 of those fights with that little team. There's no reason to go any further, right? I'm maximizing points, trying to score as many as I can. I would stop where I'm getting good points, and then I'd wait till it resets, and I'd go back up to the top and start again, right? Now, if I'm ever at a point where I can't win a fight, what I would do is I go down to the bottom of my saved roster, and I go and I find it, and I lose, right? And it drops me back a tier, and then I go back to where I was and continue. Now, we do have an event going on, and this is a big tip as to what to do to help you get those, maximize those wins, right? So it's all based off winning. Obviously, I don't have my Young Avenger characters built up. I might have some at 3-star. If you do, put them all on one team and go fight, and you'll get a ton of points. Maybe not all on one team either, because I don't know if you get 350 over and over. I don't know how that works. Comment down below if you have all 5 characters at 3 stars. Does this give you 1,750 points for a Blitz win? That's interesting. I don't know that it does. Maybe put one character. It should, right? But if you put one character that's 3-star or higher and you win the Blitz, you're going to get 350 points as opposed to the 160 points for just winning a Blitz sim. But we want to utilize our Blitz wins, right? So I set up a separate roster to kind of show you how I go about doing that and how you should go about doing that. So I got to go through this process of going boom. And we're going to go over to my saved squads roster, right? And I get 15 of them here as well. But I set it up this way. The way you're going to want to do it is 1 really strong character, 4 weak characters. These guys pair together really well, so I put them together with weak characters. But you could just literally do 1. So I could do Icarus and 4 weak if I chose to. Again, I put these 2 together with some weak characters. You're going to have more than enough strong characters. It's not going to hurt you, right? But a lot of it, like I said, 1 strong character, 4 weak. And then the big part of this is I want to come in here and select it. And you would continue to do that for your 15 save squads. And now we're going to go over here and hit ready. And what you want to do is you want to look over here. And you want to see your big character's Miles. Can my Miles beat this big Spider-Man? Yes, fight it. If, let's say, right here, Symbiote Spider-Man, I don't know that I can beat him, right? With my Miles. I may not choose that fight. So I would switch it out to guarantee finding my Spider-Man that I could beat, right? You want to find somebody you can beat, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I can beat this, because if he does his nuke, he might kill us, right? So I'm going to pick out the easiest fight and just make sure. See how the rest are all weak? These other 4 characters aren't going to do nothing to your Miles. And it's going to guarantee we get the win. So I'm going to go ahead and sim it. See if I can get some more examples here real quick. Find opponent. I cannot beat Gamora with my Miles, so that would be a loss, right? I want to check the next one. I don't know that I could beat Hulk because he heals. I think we would lose this as well. Mordo. Can we beat Mordo? I think we can. We're going to try it. We did. Okay. Mordo's just really not that good. He's got an AoE. That's it. But then, like, see how I'm going through it and looking for a team I can beat? Now, say you don't find a team over here that you can beat the strongest character, right? Just switch to your next team that has 1 character and 4 weak and try the process again. So can I beat Storm with Miles? I think I could. Can I beat Icarus? I don't think I could. And I don't think I could beat Thanos. So I'd pick out the weakest one. Say I couldn't beat any of them. I'd go and I'd switch. And I'd switch to one of my other teams where I have 1 strong, 4 weak. Right here. 1 strong, 4 weak. So I'd hit select. I know that's a bad reference because Vol could beat anybody pretty much. 1v1, I would think. So I could dominate. This would be an interesting fight. I don't know if we'd win because they have the Cersei Icarus pair. We would dominate. Let's go ahead and try this fight, though. I want to see if we beat Icarus with Vol. But that's how you kind of go about it, okay? To maximize your wins, guaranteeing you're going to win. Now, eventually you're going to get to tier 8, and maybe you just cannot find a match you can win. At that point, go ahead again and throw in one of your weak teams. Go in and guarantee the loss. And that's how you maximize your wins, okay? And right now I have my Blitz team set up. I actually went over here and I used a different saved roster. You'd want to set up 15 teams in your Blitz team. Just imagine this is my Blitz roster. It'd be 15 teams, essentially, all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and create one. Oops. What'd I do? No. So we don't want to manage here. I have to go through this route. Sorry. Again, just for reference here, I'm going to go manage, create, and this will be for my Blitz roster. So I pick out 1 strong character. Let's say Kestrel. We could say anybody, right? Spider-Man. Boom. And then you go down and you throw in 4 weaker characters. Save. but you would do that with all 15 teams. And that's how you maximize your wins, right? And then obviously you'd fight them over and over until it costs too much. But we're going to throw in that team I just created, and I'll show you one more time here, and we'll wrap this video up. It's really simple, and that's how you maximize your blitz wins. It's 1 strong, 4 weak, okay? So for these events where it requires you to win blitzes, it don't require you to score high points, just win. And if you want to maximize your wins, this is the way to do it. So we have 1 strong. We just got to make sure our strong character can beat their strong character. Absolutely. I think we could, but that's a Darkhold team. That's kind of scary. I don't know if we could beat Psylocke. Psylocke's a beast. So, again, we'd fight it. We'd win. And usually I like to do it when it says 25. I'll keep using that same one over and over just to maximize my blitz wins. Again, I think I could beat Rhino. That's a tricky one. These guys actually make it where city heroes are a lot weaker. So my Spider-Man would probably be weak against this team. My bad. Bullseye, I think we could beat. Sharon Carter, I don't know if we could. Maybe. So I'd pick out the one I think I can win. We'd fight it. And that's how you maximize your wins, okay? Is by looking for that one opponent that you can beat where it's just one character. Can't win that. I could win that because he's a defense character. He's not going to kill my Spider-Man. He's just going to take a while to kill. Again, Mordo ain't the greatest character. If you don't know your characters, search for one that you can beat. You know what I mean? That you do know you can beat. And that's my tips for Blitz. Again, you unlock Blitz Sim at level 60, which is huge. Otherwise, I run those 2 roster ways. My main roster here, my main setup for my teams is I go down, like I said, I climb the roster, and then I just use my top teams to score points. When I'm trying to get these milestones or I'm trying to max it for a great character, I just go for the points at the top. I don't use every team because it's not based on how many wins, and this few little points ain't worth messing with. I just use like my top 8 or 9 teams where I'm actually still scoring. My top teams are scoring 40,000. So that's where I would set up here and do this and just use the 25 battle. Any questions, thoughts, anything I missed, definitely feel free to comment down below, and I could add it into the next Blitz guide if I ever need to make one. Otherwise, that's essentially what Blitz is about. Definitely take advantage of it because there's some great rewards up here in the milestones, and it can help boost any account, right? Don't look at it from the perspective that you've been playing 5 years and you're burnt out. Look at it as you only have to click the button so many times. You're getting tons of great rewards. It's real easy to do. It takes up 5 minutes of your day once you're level 60. You know, it's passive income in this game to help you become better in game modes you do like. All right, much love. Stay healthy. We'll catch you in the next one.